We are live. We are here. We are on Earth, live on Earth. This is Fort Valley Boys podcast. I'm your host and moderator, Fabian Vicks, and I have my guy D Rounder with me. Shot and Michael will be on in a minute. Of course, we're gonna be talking about NBA review. Who's the best team right now in the Western Conference? College basketball recap. What's going on? Who's the teams to watch? And Michael's segment of lists. I'm gonna name him Michael List Atwater, the greatest NBA point guard of all time. And our party shots, of course. This is the part of the show I say, let's go.
Let's go. Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Boys, yeah. Hold on. We them boys. We them boys.
And like I said, this is the Fort Valley Boys podcast. We are brought to you by Just for Men. I have all this grammar beer and I'm trying to get it down, so I gotta get the CF3276B to get it back to black. Black don't crack, but if you look like Martin, they do swell. Just for Men. Or of course, we're also brought to you by Sprite, the black folks drink. The black folks drink Sprite. You can chase with anything, orange juice or liquor. Sprite, the black folks drink. Also brought to you by Damon's sponsor, Arizona Tea, from 1999 to 2023, because we're 2 weeks away from 2023. What did it, Damon?
$1.
Still a dollar. A dollar.
You
A
say
dollar.
yeah.
A buck. He said a buck. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. I'm just filibustering to kill some time. We also remember we're on Sundays and Wednesdays at 9:05 p.m. Remember, programming note: this Sunday and next Sunday, the Sunday after that, we will not be on because it's a holiday. We do celebrate holidays around here, so we will not be on Christmas and New Year's Day. And if you're looking for us, you won't find us. All right. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook at Fort Valley Boys Podcast. You can follow us on YouTube, Fort Valley Boys Podcast, buynightshirt.com, Panhandle 9 to HBCUs. Bernard Ingram will have your merch for you. For all the folks that was in the Fort Valley Blue Machine Marching Band, he is working on a project for a Blue Machine Marching Band coat. If you order that coat, he'll be able to put your patches on there for when you went to march to the band and what positions you were, like your drum major, session leader, student director, so forth and so on. Great product. I don't know the pricing yet. I haven't been on the site in a minute, but that's a project he's working on. buynightshirt.com. Just go on the site anyway, find some stuff. You're gonna buy something anyway because it's good. And then of course, me and Shot and Damon's favorite sponsor, Henny and Coke. The I prefer a good Crown or Lord Calvert or Henny. Hey, Damon, how was your week, man? You on mute? Damon, you on mute?
I'm on mute. My bad. I'm here, Mike. I'm here, Faye. I ain't got no complaints, bro. I'm breathing. I'm able to walk around, able to do a whole lot of stuff. Thank God I made it another day.
You know, from my cousin and Shot producer, the Lions are on the road. We talked about that before we went on. They looking at 6 out of 7. 6 out of 7.
They won 6 out of 7. They 500. And I told you talking to a person who live in Detroit. This like our Super Bowl, bro. We don't see nothing like this area.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Very, very interesting.
It's gonna really be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Right now, for those who are watching the game that got flexed into week 15, why I don't know, but I guess because they're both 7-5-1. This is basically an elimination game. The Giants versus the Commanders, 7-3. The Giants just scored about 5 minutes ago. It's 7-3 in the second quarter. Brian Robinson, who, if you don't know the story, with Alabama, was shot during preseason robbery attempt. Missed the first 4 or 5 weeks of the season. He's having a strong comeback. But right now, Redskins are at the 45-yard line, 7-3 with 11:49 to go in the first quarter. Ooh, I could work for ESPN. I could be the head anchor. Head. But But yeah, since these guys are coming on in a minute, I want to go ahead and start with the NBA. Go ahead, run the damn ball. Oh, hold on. Oh, whoa. My man. I had to get my Denzel on. My man. Pretty Tony by the column. Pretty Tony by the column.
T.
What's
Arnold.
up?
What's going on, bro?
What's happening?
Wait a
Can't
second.
call it.
What's wrong, man?
Who's talking?
Look at you. We ain't seen the
Yeah, ain't talking to me.
I know what's wrong, and it's right there in his name. And he is absolutely correct.
You talking about Jeff Saturday, who should have ran the damn ball?
Well, him too, but Tony knew what he did with that in his name because he told him the freaking truth.
Yeah. 2017.
Who McDaniel? Bam Bam Bigelow. The great Kabuki.
Why is
Hey, boy, this GOAT series, I'm really curious to hear what y'all niggas gonna say about each position. Start with each point guard. I'm curious to hear everybody top five.
we gonna get that to a minute, man. But I know we got Christmas games coming up next Sunday. Like I was telling everybody, we're gonna be taking Christmas Day and New Year's Day off. So this week I want to go ahead and try to touch on this. Today we're gonna touch on who's the best team in the Western Conference, and then Wednesday we're gonna touch on who's the best team in the Eastern Conference. I'm gonna start with Tony, Pretty Tony. Who is the best team in the West right now to you?
I mean, it's between New Orleans and Memphis, man. But I would have to get the heirs to New Orleans. New Orleans look really, really good right now. I don't know necessarily. I mean, I know we're still early. We talking about basketball before Christmas. So it's a lot of basketball to be played. So things can, change later on throughout the season. But right now, New Orleans definitely look like they're the best in the West, man. Pretty much continuing what they were laying the foundation for last year and add Zion to it. Zion's looking pretty good. He's staying healthy. So I'm rolling with New Orleans right now.
What about you, Wahoo McDaniel?
I mean, I still think at the end of the day it's gonna be Phoenix. But I guess the question is, who's the best team in the West right now? I mean, if you go by record wise, it's New Orleans, but
by half.
I think and I don't even know the standings in the West, but when it's all said and done, I think it's gonna be Phoenix, Denver, and Golden State gonna be there. It's gonna be very difficult to beat Golden State in the 7-game series when they fully healthy. So Phoenix, Denver, Golden State, and the Clippers are the 4 best teams that's I think gonna be in the West.
If I give you the ranking, because Phoenix just won last night and Devin Booker put on a show, 58 piece spicy with the lemon pepper flake.
Look.
Yeah, that boy hotter than not my weird family show. Grizzlies are number 1 right now. Grizzlies are first, 19-10. Pelicans 18-11. Nuggets 17-11. The Suns are 18-12. So I'm trying to figure out how are they. Well, the winning percentage, that's what they're looking at. So their winning percentage is right at 600, and Nuggets at 607. So those are your top 4 teams in the West right now. So the Grizzlies are actually the number 1 team in the conference, even after losing to Oklahoma City last night. Go ahead, Damon.
That was my pick, the Grizzlies. I was like Tony. I was fighting between the Pelicans and the Grizz. I've caught some basketball. I was trying to catch up on some of it. I just sit here and watch KD score 26 in the third quarter.
KD.
Well, if I was to pick, like I would get a slight edge, even though Zion is healthy, to Memphis. Ja is still Ja. It looks like Triple J is healthy, is knocking down the threes. He's that big guy, still can block, big guy. So
big.
I think I'm gonna stick with the Grizz. But I do agree with Atwater that down the stretch, it probably will be Phoenix, given a give or take their health situation.
There you go, right there.
Already
Health situation. Health situation. Chris Paul missed 9 games already. Let me,
Here we go.
no.
And we say, Damon, here we damn go. Here we go.
First of all, you don't know me. Second of all, I'm going to say, first of all, let's give a shout out to Chris Paul for graduating Winston-Salem State. That's the first time we're going to say.
Oh,
Yes,
you for real? Really?
Yeah, really.
That's what you gonna say?
Yeah. That's the first time I'm saying.
Okay.
First thing I'm going to say. Second thing I'm going to say is these are the same Suns from last year. Just about. Except Jay Crowder ain't there. Shooting some stupid ass threes.
What Jay Crowder at now?
And then he in Atlanta, Magic City. Getting a Lou Williams.
Oh, he ain't in the league at all?
No, he in the league. They just told him to sit at the house. He chose to sit at the house. He won't be traded.
I know Corey bring up a good question. The injury to Steph was one reason.
That's a 2-week injury. It's not that bad.
I don't know. I think it's still residue from that Draymond.
Jordan.
I think that may have something to do with it too.
That team is 2-13 on the road, man. They
ain't got nothing to do with it, man. Them boys, they ain't got nothing to do with it at all. They're just in a funk. Because if Draymond and Jordan was that bad, you would definitely see it. It'll be worse than what it is. So they ain't got nothing to do with Draymond and Jordan. They passed that. They just Golden State lives and dies by the 3. And if the 3 ball ain't falling, man, they in trouble. But what you starting to see though, Klay Thompson is slowly getting back into form out there at Golden State. So it ain't got nothing to do with Draymond and Jordan Poole. Golden State can't win on the road.
Being 14 on the road.
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
I'm surprised nobody's looking at the Clippers because Kawhi looks healthy for the first time. They're in the play-in spot at 7.
They're gonna be in the mix. They're gonna be in the mix. Like I said, I know we're talking about right now, but if they stay healthy, the Clippers definitely gonna be in the mix. They're gonna make some noise in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be top.
I agree. One thing Tony did say, it's a lot of basketball that's got to be played. Usually we don't really get into basketball like tough until Christmas time after Christmas. That's even in college. So once Christmas roll about, we got a real good idea until the All-Star break, and then we got a real firm idea All-Star break. But I think that at the end of the day, you got some teams that got wily veterans that's really starting. Klay Thompson starting to get healthy. The Claw start getting healthy. All PG-13. All them cats, man, that's older and got experience. They just laying back and getting healthy and all that. It's still early. It's still early.
Let me ask y'all this question. Fave is the king with the draft machine. Those top teams in the West, New Orleans, your Golden State, your Memphis. When I go to state, New Orleans, Memphis, Denver, Phoenix, Clippers, whatever. What is a trade that one of them teams can make that can push them over the hump? Like let's just start with New Orleans. What is something New Orleans may possibly need that can push them over? I mean, because they got a big 3 with Zion, McCollum, and Brandon Ingram. But what else?
Brandon Ingram been out too. He's been out for last couple weeks, and he's been playing out of his mind. I mean, Zion been playing out of his mind when I'm not there.
What would you add to that team? Like, what do they need?
If I'm looking at all 3 of those teams, bench, especially Golden State
production.
No, New Orleans got a bench. They deep. I would say experience, man. They need somebody that's been there. That would be the only thing that I can really.
So PJ Tucker, Jay Crowder.
That's a name that came to my head immediately, like a PJ Tucker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's been there, man.
PJ Tucker, maybe Kyle Lowry, possibly, but I don't know if you want to take on that contract for this year. Kyle Lowry would be a great backup.
PJ Tucker fits.
No, they need a dog.
Kyle Lowry ain't gonna go nowhere to be no backup.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker is the ideal fit for New Orleans because he a grinder, he a hustler, he's a defender, and he's a championship type guy. So He know what to do, and he know how to win. That PJ Tucker probably is the perfect one because he's like all that rolled into one.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be a great fit. We gonna bring him off the bench though?
Who, PJ Tucker?
Yeah.
Who you start? You got Zion, McCollum,
Valanciunas, McCollum, Zion, but Ingram when he comes back. I think Herb Jones is starting right now, and you got Valanciunas.
You can move Ingram to your 2 and bring PJ to your 3.
I think he probably need to go ahead and be on the bench.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I think
he be that guy off the bench that they can rely on. The key, like if you got a sturdy lead or you need somebody to come and grind, he'll be that dude. I wouldn't mess with the starting lineup in Memphis. I mean in New Orleans. I wouldn't touch it.
I wouldn't either. But to get off topic, while we talking about benches, I would like to give a shout out to my boy Russell Westbrook, showing y'all boy he can still play. I've been, saying, stopping and trying to get anybody to listen to let you know that it's who he playing with on the floor. When he on the floor with LeBron and all them, man, ball dominant. Put him on the second unit where he can keep the ball in his hands and still play like like he like to play. Whole different person.
That keeps him happy, Tony. It keeps him happy. I know he ain't starting, but you're right. He a ball dominant guy coming off the bench where he can still be ball dominant. It keeps him happy. It keeps his game going. So then he able to give you the relentless Russ. You know what I'm saying?
That dude had a triple double off the bench. Off the bench. That's what I was going to say. That dude gave him a triple double the other night off the bench, dude.
Yeah, if I'm gonna have a vote, he'll be my leading candidate for sixth man of the year, probably. He'll be in my top 2. He'll be in my top 2 right now. So he'll be my top 2. Am I crazy thinking that, Tony?
No, not at all.
All right,
not at all.
Mike brought this up. So if we look at we say Pelicans need experience, which I agree with because the coach has none. Because he went to the playoffs one round, but he was Monty Williams' assistant, if I remember correctly, when they went to the finals. When they went to the finals a couple years ago.
Yeah, you would be correct.
So, Grizzlies. What would the Grizzlies need? To be honest with you, nothing. I think health. I think they need to make sure they got the mass unit on the sideline to keep him healthy. That's the one thing they need because Aaron Bain been out for the last 3 weeks.
They need depth. I mean, you got to have depth. When it comes playoff time, man, you go 8-9 deep, and you got to be able to have some depth in there with Memphis if you want to make that run. You got to have some depth.
I think
they start group. Who they start, Tony? Is it Desmond Bain, John Morant, Steven Adams? He still start. Jaren Jackson. That's their starting group, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's about right.
But they deep though, because I mean, they just like last year when John Morant got hurt, the boy kept rolling. You know what I'm saying? This year, Bain been hurt. You know, they still rolling.
Man, last year they had a better record when he was out than he played.
So if y'all had to make a bet today to take Golden State or the rest of the Western Conference, what would you take? What would you take?
Golden State.
Yeah, I'm still Golden State until somebody prove me wrong.
Ooh, boy, that roughed up, boy.
Oh, let's get shot in right quick. Horatio Major, how are you doing, sir?
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's happening?
Happening, Mr. Major.
Who is your best team right now in the West? That's our first topic we were talking about. Your team you see is the best team right now in the Western Conference.
You mean who's playing the best?
You could do it that way, playing the best or the best team, however you want to do it.
Who do I think will be there when it's over?
Right, I mean right now, today. Today, who is the best team in the West or playing the best right now in the West?
Yeah, I mean, when I came on, I would have to say Memphis, Memphis and Phoenix. You know, Bean Booker. You know, with that 58, with that Miami Hurricane 58 game winning streak, he dropped on everybody the other night. You anytime you got a guy that can do that, that's a problem. Jaws an issue. I heard y'all talking about how deep they are. They real deep. The Pelicans, I think Zion and McCullough they're learning to play with each other. You know, he's learning to play with McCullough, and then you got Brandon Ingram over there. You know, I think New Orleans gonna make some noise, man. So right now, I would say Phoenix and Memphis.
All right, last one. We're looking at the top 3 teams. What those teams might need right now to strengthen their chances to come out of the Western Conference. So far, shot we said that Memphis needs some depth. New Orleans need experience. What does Phoenix need right now?
3-point shooting. But you know, I was gonna say that anyway.
Everybody need 3-point shooting. No matter how much you got, you need more.
Yeah, when you
that's my point.
My answer.
Everybody need 3-point shooting. They got 3-point shooters. Cameron Johnson. They got Booker.
Good 3-point shooting.
I mean, how many 3-point shooters you need?
As many as
more
you
than
can
everybody else.
Yeah, they got them.
They got what?
They got 3-point shooter. As a matter of fact, it ain't a team in the league that ain't got 3-point shooters.
The Lakers,
right? But
they got
are your
3-point
shooters good?
Well, on the 2K3, 2K23, that's what the 3-point shooting at. You bump up the
they ain't got 3-point shooters, Faye. I mean, they do.
So
now,
let me ask you this.
the thing about 3-point shooters, yeah, everybody in the league got 3-point shooter, but you got some teams that shoot it better than others. So, I mean, everybody got shooters. The whole league, that's the league now, shooters.
Right, but does your team have and are they good? Like, are your 3-point shooters amongst the best? So, who are the top 3-point shooters in the league? And so we were talking about for what team? We were talking about Phoenix, right?
Yeah.
What does Phoenix need? Who are the top 3-point shooters in the league?
Give me a second, I'm pulling it up now. Y'all continue the conversation. I'm pulling it up. Steph Curry, that's per game percentage. Y'all go ahead. Continue the conversation.
No, go with made per game. Go with that.
Okay, Steph 1, Lillard 2, Anthony Simons 3, Donovan Mitchell 4, Desmond Bain 5.
Okay, so where Phoenix people at?
I don't know. Still looking for them. Then we go to the complete leaders. But if that's the top 5 right now, and Booker's cooking, he's not being as consistent with his 3-point shooting. You don't get to a Phoenix person until you get to as far as made threes. You don't get to him at all. Not in the top. Not in the top until you get to 40 with Booker, and he's tied with Kyle Lowry.
So now they got
that is
one of their top shooters is out too. Cameron Johnson out. That's a 3-point shooter that they got, but he hurt.
What about
team? That's the number.
What about team percentage?
Team percentage. Okay, give me a second. Luke Kennard leads the league in percentage with 48.8%. You know, as far as percentage, you won't find a Phoenix person until you get to 33 with Mikal Bridges, 40%. But let me look. I'm pulling that up. Y'all go ahead though. I'm pulling it up. Give me a second.
Well, my point to that is,
according to what Fabe was reading, Phoenix do need shooting. They need 3-point shooting bad, according to what Fabe is doing, what stats he throwing out. That's a dire need. Nobody is in the top 30. Mikal Bridges, he said, is 33. So it's a need. It's definitely a need.
This is what you do with that top 40 he just mentioned. The players in the top 40, count how many on the same team within that top 40. That kind of lets you know how good shooters is.
Portland got Dame Lillard and Anthony Simmons, but they don't have any rebounding help. So when they're on, they tough to deal with. When they hitting them, when they not hitting them, then there you go. But they don't have anybody that can get them second chance points.
Denver leads the league in 3-point percentage at 39%. Portland is 2 at 38. Yeah. Portland is at 38.8. Philadelphia is at 38.7. I'll share my screen. Hold on. So you won't think I'm telling nobody on the audience will think I'm telling a lie.
No, I believe you. I'm
I
just
know,
saying.
I know you do. I'm talking about the fans. You know, the fan might say, "Big man, face shut hello." You know what I'm talking about. Here you go. Put a little don't know. Yeah, Philadelphia. Let me make it bigger. I need to make it bigger, I guess.
I'm good actually.
As
Yeah,
a team, Phoenix is in the top 10.
I just saw them a second ago. Yeah, they number 6.
Number 6. But the last 3 games, they shot almost with a shade on 30% in the last 3 games. Philadelphia has actually shot 44% in the last 3 games. Right, like you said, Mike, Golden State, they're 5th, but if they're off, they're kind of off. And Steph Curry was the straw that stirs the drink. And I believe I saw a stat with Golden State. They are 24-63 without Curry in the line, not in the lineup. So that lets you know that he has to be in the lineup for them to even have a chance to to make a push.
This is what I go by right here. Team percent. Having a player, with a high percentage is great, but what are you shooting at, as a team? So,
Right, absolutely.
By Phoenix being number 6, that let me know that they shooting the 3 pretty decent. You know what I'm saying, as a team.
Mike, you said Lakers got some shooters. Here you go. Shooting dead last.
Every team got shooter, man. Just other team better than
that
all.
boy with the number. Dead last.
And Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, 27. The Knicks got no shooting, but they 5th in the East. Go figure.
A lot of their players attack the rack.
So
Yeah, RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, them dudes ain't trying to shoot no 3.
They attack the rack. They trying to get to the free throw.
And that's why they gonna exit early.
They just go left. That's all they do. Go left. Stop and go right. Make go right. That'd be swept. You got 3 hand left hand
shoot that rock. You gonna exit early.
Yeah, because this is a league where you got to be able to shoot that bad boy. You can't shoot, you will get put out.
Tony, that's why I made the comment to my uncle the other day. I told him that the 2016-17 Golden State would have beat the Bulls with Jordan in.
No.
I don't like Jordan. No.
The team with Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and them would have beat Jordan them in the finals. Them 3 dudes walk in the gym, they 25, that's 70 points off the top with just them 3. They don't shoot the basketball like Durant, Klay, and Steph. Golden State.
They won't average 70 against the Bulls.
No, 6'7", 6'7", 6'8". That's all I'm gonna say. In the back, in the front, point guard, shooting guard, small forward. 6'7", 6'7", 6'8".
You talking about Jordan, Pippen, and Ron Harper?
They all could defend too, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you ain't got an argument. I'm just saying, and
all 3 of them dudes can shoot it too.
You talking about Scottie Pippen, all NBA defender. Jordan himself, Ron Harper was an above average defender. 2 of those 3 could score. I mean, I ain't saying you're wrong, but I'm saying that's tough to say.
I mean, it's a fair argument. That's what sports is about. It's a fair argument, a fair debate. That just,
that's tough.
I would fall on the other side of that argument. For real. I don't think them boy would beat Mike and them boy. Man.
That's a tough one.
What you think, Rachel?
They still got to defend them boys too, Mike.
Man, I swear to God, I hate these conversations because it's so hypothetical. It depends on how you ref in this game. Like, are we reffing the game back in the 90s or are we reffing the game in the 2000s? That right there tells me if you're reffing the game in the 2000s, Steph and them will blow the top off of Mike now. Real simple. If you're not reffing the game in the 2000s, then Mike and them gonna choke him out. It's not even about the talent. It's how you gonna ref the game. There's nothing you can do when Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen and Ron Harper decide to lock in and play defense, and they can use their forearm and guide you where you want to go. There's nothing you can do with that. Klay can't dribble. God bless him, one of the greatest shooters that was ever born, can't dribble. Steph is the only one that can dribble. Who else can create their own shot?
Durant.
Oh, you talking about that team with Durant now?
Yeah.
Durant is the only person on that team, in my opinion, that can get 30.
I would tend to agree with that,
Nobody else is getting 30.
especially after what I saw tonight. That man can't.
And that's no disrespect to Steph, but they're gonna put their hands on you, man. They're gonna put their hands on you. Now, again, if you talk about 2000, then they may beat the Bulls by 30.
Exactly.
So, it depends on how we're gonna ref this game. Because Mike gonna put their hands on them and Steph gonna shoot 70 free throws and make 68 of them.
Now if we do, I know we don't like the hypothetical, but let's just play it out anyway. We got 7-game series. Who's getting home court advantage? Will it be the Bulls because they won the championship with the 72 wins, or will it be Golden State because they had the 73? That's the next question. And then whoever held home field advantage, that's who you play by.
Durant won on that 73 and 9 team, so Bulls will get home court advantage.
There's your answer right there. Then
that don't mean nothing.
They'll be done in 5, dog. They'll be gone in 5.
No.
I'm not even a Bull fan. I know they'll be done in 5. Just give Mike 1. No, he had to get 2. He'll get 2. They'll probably get 2. Okay, 6. I'll do 6.
Man, listen.
And you know what? I mean, the more we talk about it, and I think about it, even if they play, like you talking about as far as depending on what era, they wrestling with, who gonna stop Mike? If it was ref in modern day, who the hell gonna stop Mike?
He's gonna average 50. He gonna average 50.
Well,
easy.
No physical contact.
You right, Tony, but every time Mike go to the lane and get that dunk in this era, Steph gonna come down and hit threes. So Mike gonna have 6 points, and Steph them gonna have 9.
Hey Tony, it's gonna be 11-6 after 2 minutes in the game. You gonna look up, it's gonna be 11-6. Because while you saying who gonna stop Mike, Durant gonna get his 30, and you talking about this era, Steph and Clay gonna get his.
If you say so, man. I don't think that it would be easy. Durant gonna get his, but it ain't gonna be easy like you think, because he gonna have Pippen on.
Yeah, but
Rodman. But I would really say Pippen. You know what I'm saying? Pippen would frustrate. Pippen would be out. It'd be an interesting matchup, man. It's a good argument, man. It'd be an interesting matchup, man. But I'm
gonna stay consistent with my argument. I told you, I think Kevin Durant is one of the few people in the history of all sports that can't be guarded.
I got you.
So
I got you.
Now don't get me wrong.
Yeah, could nobody guard Mike either though?
Huh?
Could nobody guard Mike either though?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is, you can back off of Mike, same way you could back off LeBron and pray. That's all I'm saying. You're right though. You can back off and hope and pray that Mike got on, and then he don't have a chance to get 40. He's just gonna get 28. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do that with KD. And that Bulls team wasn't trying to shoot the 3 ball like that. So if they get low, if they start shooting that 3 ball, they percentage based on what we, from what the era was, they're not adept at shooting that 3 ball. But Golden State ain't got nobody that's gonna go down on that block either. So it's a great debate.
That's the thing. This nowadays. This ain't a set up, slow it down, methodical league. Even when they going down in the post, they're looking for somebody to air it out for the 3. And then at this point, it's almost positionless basketball. You got big fellas that's 6'10", 7 feet that can pull you out and shoot that 15, the 18, 3-point shooter. They all can shoot now. They all can shoot.
Let me retract that statement. I apologize, man. I didn't mean to be disrespectful to Steph. Steph gonna get his. That was blasphemy what I said.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Good gracious.
that boy ain't nothing to be messed with them handles, with that shot. I apologize, Steph. That was blasphemy.
The thing is, you got Steph, you got Clay, you got Kevin Durant. All of them you have to guard as soon as they cross the timeline. You have to know, you have to locate all three of them because they can come from anywhere out there.
Man,
And
who the hell put Mike Tyson?
But they would though.
The thing is,
The Bulls
Golden
would
State.
though.
Let's go to
they
State.
would.
Let's go to State.
The only thing
Florida, hey, from one end of the court to the other one. Hey man, them book man. Hey, all right, man. All right. Like I say, it's nice and cute, man. It's a nice debate, man. It's a nice debate.
So I
It's
put
a
Mike
nice
Tyson.
debate.
I typed Mike Tyson in there.
This damn Fave said Mike Tyson. hey, shout out to Corey Green, my producer Anatoly on here. What is that starting lineup? Can we see that?
I got it right there. I put it up. That's the Bull star. That's the Bull star lineup right there in 95, 96.
Hey man, that shit they're tough.
Yeah, because
it's a good, like Tony said, it's a great debate. We'll be here all night trying to figure that out.
hey, Lamar,
They got Victor Newman on the set.
yeah,
but New Orleans said
he agreed with you. He said the only automatic bucket is Durant. I don't know if when Clay not Clay, but when Steph get hot, it's dangerous because he's the one that has the best handles on the team, and he can get his shot off because he has those handles.
And Curry
Man, Steph
disappears when bullet.
Yeah, they would try to bully him,
Oh, they know wood. They gonna bully him.
and anybody guarding him got the height advantage on him because Steph is 6'3".
Yeah, but Clay Thompson is just like Craig Hodges out there, man. If you ask me, I'm sorry.
So you looking at
And I love Clay.
6'6".
Shout out to Victor Newman on the scene.
6'6", 6'6", 6'8", 6'8", and Lonely was what?
7 foot. He was at 7
Yeah,
foot.
Lonely was 7 foot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
You got next,
Coach.
right?
Hey, cool coach.
Kukoc come off the
Off
bench.
the bench.
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. Hey, man, y'all boy tripping, man. For real. Y'all boy tripping, man.
Steve
Y'all
Kerr,
boy tripping, dude.
Tony Kukoc, Judd Butler.
I'm saying it would be a good game. It really
DJ
do.
Armstrong was still there?
No, he was gone by then. He was
Yeah, he was gone.
He
He was gone. That
he was-
he was gone.
was Charlotte. He was in Charlotte.
It'll be
That
interesting.
three ball is something else, though, man. Especially the way Golden State shooting it now. We ain't just talking about the average in the league today. The way Golden State was shooting that three ball back then, man. I
And they
mean,
was
that
doing it.
three ball is an equalizer.
Once somebody scored, the ball's already halfway down the court, and one of the Splash Brothers pulling up for a three ball. That's what scares me about them. They can get the ball down the court in no time flat and have a three, and they'll pop that three, and you still trying to come down and bully them, and they steadily shooting threes. And if they hot, they'll run you out the building. But defense travels, and if you can bully,
Ball
never
handling travels too.
That's true. That's true.
All right, what else? What else we got for you?
All right. We're gonna go ahead and get to Mike's GOAT series, the greatest point guard of all time. We already know number one, but go ahead, Mike. This on you.
I must have missed the pre-production meeting for this.
So with the GOAT series, we're gonna just start breaking down position. And Fabe said Magic Johnson number one. So my question is, top 5 point guards all time. Can Chris Paul get a vote for that top 5?
Absolutely.
Woo!
I mean, I think he can. You got Magic. Y'all know Magic is the prototype.
Hey, now, hey, but hold on. We not going. I swear to God, if somebody say Pistol Pete, I'm out. Don't do it.
I don't think he was a point guard.
I'm
He's a
just
shooting
saying,
guard.
Please don't. I swear.
I never
Please,
thought he was a point
nobody
guard.
gonna try to act like they're a historian and say Pistol Pete. I'm out.
I
So
never.
I mean, so we just got to all talk about modern players though, because I mean, depending on the position, some of the older
Tony,
players.
Hey Tony, don't
No,
start
I'm not. No, listen, I'm with you on the Pistol Pete thing. I'm with that, but some of the other positions we got, dude, like I'm going to talk about some of the throwbacks on some of the other positions.
I feel you. I just don't want to hear about man.
I never considered Pistol Pete Maravich a point guard. Not
Okay,
one.
cool. Just don't do it to me. Don't do it to me.
Never considered him.
Never
Never.
got Michael Atwater written all over it.
Man, I wasn't finna say no Pistol Pete. Don't put my name on that, man.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
I say Magic, Stockton, Isaiah, Steph Curry. Do you consider Iverson a point guard?
Nah, he's a shooting guard. 'Cause Eric's nowhere at the point.
Magic, Isaiah, Stockton, Steph. Shit, I don't know about Chris Paul though. Chris Paul can't get in the top 5.
Boy, Green
Oh,
said
Mike,
we
if
ain't
you
going
having
back
a
to
problem,
the
hey Mike, if you having a problem thinking about anybody over him, I mean he top 5.
I don't know, man.
I mean, what about
you got
about
dudes like
Nash?
Mark Jackson. You got Mark Jackson. You got Jason Kidd,
You got Steve Nash. You got Jason Kidd.
Nash. I don't know. I really don't know who would be that field point guard. I figured it was 4 locks with Isaiah, Stockton, Magic, and Curry. I want to know who the field point would be.
What about Big O?
Oh,
Nah,
damn.
There's a name you might be able to consider.
Yeah, Oscar Robertson.
Here we go.
What's wrong with Oscar Robertson, Rachel? What's the problem with Oscar Robertson?
He's 80. He's 80. All right.
Triple-double king.
He played
How-
with Naismith.
He didn't, man. He didn't. We can't shit on all the old players, man. I hear you, man.
So if that's the case,
definitely
according
different
to him,
game
Tony,
now.
according to him, Tony, then if that's the case, we can't mention Bill Russell. We can't mention Wilt Chamberlain, none of them.
Oh, that's why I try to make sure I got that clear, because I'm going to
Ain't none of
talk
them
about
dudes be
Bill
mentioned.
Russell and Kareem
Right,
Abdul-Jabbar.
but the difference is the stuff that they did has stood the test of time.
What Big O did it stood the test of time.
Who?
Well, Oscar Robertson did stood the test of time.
No, it hasn't.
Being disrespectful now. You're being very disrespectful, Rachel.
He averaged a triple-double. That's been done now.
So you saying it ain't stuff that Wilt Wilt 100-point game.
Yeah, that stood the test of time. 11 rings, that has stood the test of time. And don't get me wrong now, you know I got mad respect for Big O. So please don't take this as a disrespect. I'm just saying, like,
I mean, ain't no other way to take it.
That's the only way.
Hey, look, that's usually when the disrespect comes when
Right.
somebody telling you, you know what I'm saying, for real.
no,
They
it
ain't trying to
ain't
be
no
disrespectful.
disrespect. It's other guys out there. That's all I'm saying.
Man,
Well, give us
one
somebody
other
else.
guy, right? One other guy. I hear what you're saying, but one other guy. That's it. One other guy.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been done.
Okay.
It's been done. I think
Okay.
that fifth spot is really what a debate is, though. Like if we gonna have a debate, like like the producer put Nash over CP3, you can't argue 2 MVPs. You can't argue Jason Kidd.
Steve
I think
Nash
that's
over
what
CP3.
a real debate is.
Yeah, I
You
mean, I
say Steve
would.
Nash over Chris Paul?
I
I
would.
would say I would. I'm saying you can't debate 2 MVP. I mean, you got a legit argument with 2 MVPs. As a matter of fact, you got a hell of an argument with 2 MVPs when the other people don't have none. Now, whether you agree who got robbed when he got him is a whole nother story. That man is a 2-time league MVP. I may have to stand. You right, Anatoly. You got to go with Nash over CP3.
One thing we not think about, Jerry West also was a point guard
Here we
in
go.
LA. I ain't saying he's in my top 5. Didn't say he was on the top 5. Just saying Jerry West also. I mean,
Who your top
Jerry
5,
West,
Faye?
what Jerry West considered more of a shooting guard though?
I thought he was. I didn't know he was a point guard.
Who the hell cares?
Man, he the logo, man. Chill out, man.
I knew that was coming too.
but
That's the first thing they say when they try to back up them cobweb stats. He's the logo.
He's the logo.
Yes, CP3 ain't hit my top 5 though. He not him. Nowhere in my top 5. Nowhere near.
Hey, the glove get any vote? Gary Payton got any vote?
Vote for what on Survivor?
Yeah. See now
Gary Payton can't get no vote.
We just doing other receiving votes now, right?
Nah, man. For top 5? For top 5?
I'm just throwing out point guard. We mentioned Jason Kidd. We mentioned.
In Spain.
I mean, Jason Kidd.
Kidd.
Jason Kidd is really in the argument. That's fair to say.
That is.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wouldn't put him in the top 5, but you know, like Rachel say, that's where the debate at when you get to 5.
Yeah,
Trying to figure out who you gonna put in that number 5 spot is where the argument is.
Mount Rushmore is set as we all agree the top 4. It's the 5th one. But Jason Kidd will be in the argument. Was he top 3 in the top 4 in a career assist?
Now, you know me. I count championships, MVPs, and all NBAs. That's where I go. So if we gonna go with Jason Kidd, here goes. I'm gonna just read off Jason Kidd numbers. He's an NBA champion. He's a 6-time All NBA selection. 9-time All Defensive NBA selection. Led the league in assists 5 times. So who we putting up against that?
What's Steve Nash stats?
Yeah. After you do Steve Nash, then go to Chris Paul.
2 MVPs for Steve Nash, 7 All NBA selections, 8 All-Star games, 4th in career assists, 90th in scoring. And he said,
how many times he led the league in assists?
Who, Steve Nash?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up on basketball.
I got it. It's 5. Back here.
How many? You said that
he got 2 MVPs, no championship, led the league in assists 5 times, 4th in career assists.
4th in career assists.
Steve Nash, pass or not?
Wow, I know that, but I'm just saying.
Remember who he played with? He played with Amari.
Yeah.
And Dirk. Don't forget, and Dirk also.
Yeah, and Dirk. So he played
7 times All NBA.
7 times All NBA.
Hold on. Let me preface that. When I say 7 times, that's first, second, or third team. 3 times first team, 2 times second team, 3 times third. 2 times third team. So 7 times he's been All NBA.
So, but Kidd was 9-time all defensive team, and how many times All NBA?
I think he was 5 times All NBA.
And just out of curiosity, wouldn't you take Kidd because of the 9-time All Defensive?
Yeah. Hey, again, you're right. Good point.
Pull up CP3 ratio real quick. We know he's not a champion, so don't even mention that.
Shade.
That was some shade right there.
If you ever heard it was shade. All right, so here we go. No championships. 11 times All NBA.
Woo!
4 1s, 5 2s, 2 3s. 9 times All Defensive team. Led the league in assists 5 times. Led the league in steals 6 times.
Man, that's number 5 right there, bro.
Tony, we got to revisit this, man.
That's number 5 right there. All he needs is a championship. That's solidified 5th right there. According to them stats, he just need a championship.
That's why I started out with 5.
But to Horatio's point, that matters.
But if that's the case, we kind of take Steve Nash out. He ain't got no championship.
Yeah, but he's a 2-time MVP.
He's a 2-time MVP with no championship. So the common denominator, the person that's got a championship out the 3 that we looking will be Jason Kidd. Now Jason Kidd don't have the MVPs, but he's a champion. So
But-
which
but
one you
2
gonna weigh
times-
more?
But 2
You
times
gonna weigh a
the NBA
championship
said-
or MVPs?
What happened?
Which one are we weighing more, championship or MVPs?
I would take a championship if I was a player over an MVP. But again, we're splitting hairs. We're talking about the best of the best. 2 times the NBA said you were the best player in our whole league. That says a lot. And I ain't no Steve Nash fan.
I hear you, Shot. I'm looking at either the media or your peers vote for the all NBA teams and all defensive NBA teams. Those hell of accomplishments. If you're looking at an 11-time all NBA player, he led the league in assists 5 times, led the league in steals 6 times. That's some great point guard play, if you ask me.
And then look at this, man. And I know, everybody had they stretches, but there was a time when this guy led, I'm talking about Chris Paul, he led the league in steals and assists in the same year.
That's tough. That's tough to overcome. The only thing he needs a championship. That's tough.
You
That's
might
tough.
not get that.
Is Lamont talking about Kyrie Irving?
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, hey, y'all give a shout out to Corey Green, man. He wants somebody to mention his name. He's talking about Spud Webb, so go ahead and give him his moment because he can't be serious.
There you go, Corey. There you go. All
There
right.
you go.
There
There
you
you go, Corey. We got you up there, bro.
Corey, you got your 15 seconds of fame, dog. Go
Yeah,
on,
man.
get back to
Shout
your
out to
seat.
Corey Green, y'all.
Hey, get back to your seat, Corey. Go on back to your seat. So we going with Nash at number 5.
Man, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Nash over CP3.
I would
Even though I don't like my point guard not playing no defense, that's a toss up. We could rock paper scissors that one.
Yeah, I would lean towards CP3. After the stats you read off, Shot, I might have to go with CP3.
Hey, Tony.
Who
This
for
is a
them?
conversation. This is a conversation between me and you, Tony. Where does our boy rank, Russell Westbrook? Where do you think he ranked, Tony?
Knew that was coming. Knew that was coming. He
But
saw
you
Ed Schultz put it up
are you
there. Ed Schultz right
Nostradamus or something? No, that's about everything that come up. I knew that was coming.
here. Like, first of all, we all done had these conversations outside of this podcast, right? So it's really pretty much following the script. We go top 5, we debate Nash, and somebody gonna bring up Westbrook.
I mean,
Tony.
it would be hard, man, for me to give an exact number without really sitting here and writing them all down and doing a thought process. But I would say he definitely top 10. He top 10.
Yeah. I go with that.
I agree.
Yeah, there's no doubt in that. I mean, you look what he did, averaged a triple-double multiple years. I don't got his stats right in front of me, but I don't think you're going to hurt him.
I wouldn't put him over my boy, though. Tony Parker getting there before Westbrook.
Well, if you got Tony Parker in front of him, I don't know how you're going to get top 10.
Shit, Tony Parker got, what, 4?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not arguing with you, but you trying to put him behind Tony Parker and still in the top 10. Make that make sense.
No, I don't know if he can get in the top 10 before Tony Parker. It's just a debate, just a thought. Tony Parker got 4 of them, I
Tony
think.
not agreeing then.
Yeah, stop thinking.
No, no.
But hold on, let me throw out some numbers for you now. First of all, Russell Westbrook is a NBA most valuable player. He's the MVP, right? Then he has 9 all NBA first teams. 9
first teams.
Well, I'm sorry, 9 all NBA selections. 2 first team, 5 second team, 2 third team. All right. Then he led the NBA in scoring twice, and he led the NBA in assists 3 times. So
top 10. Before
Parker, you're right.
Before Parker.
I said before Parker.
With 4 of them things?
Man, did you hear what you just read?
That's it. What? Okay. So what else?
What you mean?
Well, I got to look up Tony Parker. I don't think
Yeah,
Tony got anything but the ring.
put it up. What else besides the ring? And I ain't hating on Tony Parker. I like Tony Parker. I like the Spurs.
I don't
Go
think Tony Parker got
Spurs,
shit,
go.
bro, to be honest with you. I ain't cursed on him about 3 weeks, but I don't think Tony Parker got shit.
Four time.
That's my point. Hey, that's my point. That's why I said what else. He got 4 of them things. What else?
Hey, he was a 2-time FIBA Eurobasket top scorer. Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
4-time All NBA
Don't
selection.
be like that.
4-time All NBA selection.
Don't do that. He was
4-time All
NBA.
He was 4-time All NBA.
Yeah.
Was he ever first team?
No.
Not probably 4th or 15, probably.
Tony Parker was a 4-time All NBA.
Yeah.
3-time second team, 1-time third team, 4 times NBA champion.
Man, he's not going in front of Russell Westbrook, man. Y'all cut
No, we can't put in front of Westbrook. After what you read about Westbrook, Parker can't get in front of him.
So you got me cussing now, Ratio. I said I'm gonna be good because I feel like I cuss too much on the show. Man, y'all cut it out, man.
In 3 weeks, but he ain't got shit. But let me just say this. Let me just say this, y'all. We're agreeing, but okay. I don't think it's that Tony Parker couldn't do that, bro. You gotta give these guys leeway when you talking about champions. I played with Tim Duncan. Like, I can score, I can do this, but I wanted to be a champion. That's all I'm saying. You got to put some weight on that because at the end of the day, Russell Westbrook, I'm assuming, would trade in all of that shit for one championship.
Yeah, it's weight on it when both of y'all kind of similar. So a championship would make it the deciding factor. They're not similar.
But he got 4.
But they're not similar. Their careers are not similar. They're not the same ballpark ratio.
So let me ask you this.
Robert Horry got how many championships?
Don't do that.
7.
I knew it.
I'm just saying that they ain't gonna get out of it.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
I'm just saying, man.
Every time somebody say championship, Big Shot Bob come up. I swear to God.
I'm just saying, shot. Come on,
man.
Let me
ask you a question. Real talk. If we had to give it a point system, what would you give a championship as opposed to an MVP trophy?
If it was a 5-point, like if you giving 5 for the highest and 1 for the lowest NBA championship out of 5, I think that's the ultimate goal. I could be wrong. MVP would probably be next. Because that's what individual accolades, that's what you want. But most people, I would say 95% of the cats that's in the league want a ring. They ain't MVP, they want a ring.
95%.
I've never heard somebody say I would give up my championship for MVP.
That's my point.
No, I mean I'm not debating that. But like I say, it got to be more than that. It got to be more to it than just a championship, bro.
No,
there's more to it than just that.
I'm not really totally disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, man, like if I had to give it a point system, I would go championship 10, MVP 7. Like it would be a gap between winning the championship and winning the best individual honor.
Okay, I get that, but still, when it comes to Tony Parker and Russell Westbrook, even if you give them the 4 chips and you talking about Russell Westbrook only got 1, what else is it? Has Tony Parker led the league in assists ever?
No. I just told you.
Has he ever led the league? Has he ever led the league? Has he ever led the league in scoring?
I told you, man, ain't have shit.
So why you keep trying to argue that point, dude?
Because he got 4. That's all. You right. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, y'all right, but he got 4. That's all.
He got 4. He got 4.
He played with arguably the greatest power forward to ever put on some shoes, too, though.
Arguably.
That's the best thing. That's the best power forward to ever play.
And TP got a finals MVP, too.
He got a finals MVP?
Yeah.
2007, Mike. 2007 when they beat Cleveland in the sweep.
You got the same
go.
amount of championship and finals MVPs as Steph.
Hey, so go ahead and put it before Westbrook then, man, and erase your book.
No. I ain't crazy. I ain't crazy. You know, Vet went on here and say he a product of Coach Pop. I don't really agree with that. Because we've seen Tony Parker go off when needed. And for those that remember, and all of us remember watching him, he was tough to guard. He was tough to guard.
He was tough to guard. And I ain't taking nothing away from him. Solid player, man. Solid player. But he ain't better. He ain't better than Russell Westbrook.
Hey, Vet say Andre Iguodala got the same thing. Fact.
All right, where we at next, Fade?
Watch somebody bring up John Sally.
He got
I'm just waiting.
He got 6. That's
I know,
okay.
I'm just waiting. Tony was about to bring him up. I'm telling you.
Steve Kerr.
John Sally,
little notepad like damn.
John Sally got 6 championships.
2 with the Pistons, I think 3 with the Bulls, and 1 with the Lakers.
Damn.
Steve Kerr.
Mother
I'm
three, he
waiting for
just
Steve
had
Kerr. I'm waiting for Steve Kerr. I'm waiting for Steve Kerr. Somebody say Steve Kerr too. All right.
Oh man, I forgot John Sally was on them Bull teams, man.
Yeah.
And y'all think Golden State gonna beat them? No, I'm just playing, man.
John Sally was on that second 3-peat.
I'm just
He was on that
playing,
second
man.
3-peat, wasn't
Yeah.
John Sally best known for being a computer geek in Bad Boys.
Bad
What you
Boys.
talking about, man? Come on, man.
Man.
Let's get to the party shot. Go ahead, Damon.
Hey, man. Shout out to the Lions, bro. 7-7. Never would have thought that'll roll off my tongue. They pulled eke one out on the road against a decent New York Jets teams. They went from 1-6 to 7-7. Gotta give them boys a shout out, man. Shout out. They got a chance to make the playoffs. When we was throwing them out the window, and we was gonna feed Dan Campbell a bucket of kneecaps. So shout out to them. Gotta give them some credit.
All right, run the damn ball. What you got?
Man.
Yes, Tony, get it off your chest.
So, I mean, as my screen name say, run the damn ball, man. I'm having a hard time understanding why I'm watching the game today.
Boy, reach.
We need Jacksonville to burn all 3 of their timeouts. And on 3rd and I think it was 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, we decided to throw the ball 20, 30 yards down the field.
It was 3rd and 10, exactly.
So Jacksonville ended up keeping that timeout. And that timeout was really, really, really key on why we lost the game. That's, of course, one play don't cause wins and losses, man. There's multiple things that went wrong in that game, but that definitely was a deciding factor, man. My boys we hurting right now, man. We beat up on defense, lost some more starters today. Think we probably done lost about 5 or 6 starters off of the defense the past couple of weeks. But nobody want to hear excuses. Next man up, man. But we definitely not coming. We definitely not ending the season the way that I want to end the season going into the playoffs, man. We got to tighten up, man. We got to tighten up, do what we do best, help our defense out. As they hurting, and stay with our identity, man. As far as running the ball, that's the key too. We kind of lose our identity, especially when we got Dak back out there, because we feel like we could drop back and we could throw the ball so much when we got Dak. But we definitely need to stick with what was winning those ball games early in the year, man. Run the damn ball.
Man, Trevor Lawrence has arrived, fellas. He is here. He is here.
Let me do my Keyshawn. We need that just to go, 18 for 26, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. And we win the game. All right, go ahead, Mike.
I want to shout out Bryce Young and Will Anderson, man. Those guys are potential top 3. I didn't say top 10, potential top 3 draft picks. And those guys have decided to play in the Sugar Bowl against Kansas State. Whoever is in their corner telling them to play, I salute you for being behind these young men to play. Honestly, I don't know if I would tell my son that's a potential top 3 pick to play in this game, but that just shows the competitiveness in both of those guys, and it shows the love that they have for their teammates, their coach, and the university. So shout out to Bryce Young and Will Anderson, because most guys these days, the top 3, top 4, top 5 draft picks, wouldn't dare play in that game. If you look right now, the Smith, whatever his name is, Ohio State wide receiver, he's not even going to play in their college football playoff game to get ready for the draft. And his team is in the playoffs.
Wow.
So shout out to Bryce Young, shout out to Will Anderson, man, for playing in this bowl game. And the kid from Ohio State, I don't understand you at all for you not to be wanting to play in the college football playoffs. So Ohio State win it, don't get that dude no ring. I'm done. That's crazy, that, bro. This dude opted out to get ready for the draft. That's crazy.
I want to piggyback off that too, man, because y'all know that's definitely a pet peeve of mine. I can't stand that, man. So I'm not an Alabama fan, but definitely good to see that Bryce Young and Will Anderson will be playing in the bowl game. Definitely huge, man. Definitely huge. It's a team sport. Don't get me wrong. I get the bag. I get trying to get to the bag, man. I get it. But I'm a firm believer on what's meant for you is meant for you, man. That's always been my attitude about things. What's meant for you is meant for you.
I think we got to think about too, and I don't mean to get in the ratio time, but I think we got to think about too. These dudes got so much NIL money that they feel like they good. I think Bryce Young is the highest rated NIL earner in college football. And I'm pretty sure Will Anderson is earning, big time money too. So them dudes don't play, get hurt. They got money already. So I guess it ain't really about the money.
I thought it was Quinn Ewers that made all that money. I thought he was making all that money.
I mean, I thought Bryce Young got some good deal. Maybe he don't. Maybe he don't have it. But I think Bryce Young is one of the top.
No, I think you're right. But I thought they were saying Quinn Ewers, when he went to Ohio State, got $1 million. Then he transferred to Texas and got another $1 million.
Man, I want to say Bryce Young is like $4-5 million.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Don't quote me on that, but I'm assuming.
Okay. I remember we did a segment where Nick Saban said that Bryce Young had over $1 million in endorsements
before he even hit the field.
Before we had even seen him.
Yep, before he hit the field. Yeah, I remember that.
And that was before the world had seen him. I'm pretty sure that since the world have seen him, hell, I've adopted him as my godson since then. When I thought Nick Saban was lying. So I'm sure he's up there, but and I kind of agree with you, Mike. This probably should have been one of our topics, as a matter of fact.
It was one of the topics.
Huh?
I think it was one of the topics I put in there.
Yeah, because this is definitely something to stimulate debate. I'm not for what the wide receiver did, but I'm certainly not going to talk about or talk down on him for his decision. I'm a Hurricane fan, and we all remember Melvin Bratton was a surefire first-round draft pick before he blew his knee out in the Orange Bowl. And I think Melvin has a decent life now, but it ain't what it would have been. Man,
it's a college football playoffs. You don't get ready for no NFL draft, man. I can see if this was one of them other bowls. But bro, you got a chance to win a national championship, and you opted out to get ready for the draft. I got a problem with that.
I got a chance to give my family financial security, something that they've never had.
Bro, you know that dude already got money. You know he does.
Listen, all I'm saying is I don't know what these people have gone through. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know what their situation is. I'm not me personally. I would play, but that's easy for us to say where we are. I don't know their situation, but I do remember Melvin Bratton, and I know Melvin Bratton is, again, I know he's living in Atlanta now, but it ain't what it would have been had he been that top 10 pick. I know that. So while I agree with you, I don't know. Somebody tell me.
I don't have no problem with a guy getting the bag. That's up, so that's up to the individual.
Yeah.
No, I think all of these comments are based and premised off, you know what I'm saying, our mind frame on far as what, you know what I'm saying, what we would do. No, I'm an ultra competitive dude. I don't care what we doing. I'm gonna try to whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying, for real. And if I got a chance to beat, you know, to win a national championship, I'm going to try to win that national championship. That's just what I believe in. Work ethic, you know what I'm saying, and my competitive spirit. But you know, like I said, I don't knock nobody making a decision as far as what they feel like they need to do for themselves. But I do have my
Damon, that dude ain't played all year, has he?
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played 2 games to try to test, because it's supposed to be a hamstring injury, to try to test his hamstring. One game he played 3 snaps, the other game he played like 10. And then he hadn't played no more. Then he came out and said he wasn't playing no more this year. Or Anatole got it 3 games. And he said he wasn't playing no more this year. Even when they found out he was going to the playoff, he had said he wasn't playing no more to get ready for the draft. But you know, the Bosa boys did that too.
Facts.
The Bosa boys did it too. Nick and Joe.
I don't think it was a playoff game though, right?
No, it wasn't a playoff, but
Yeah.
Nick had got hurt. Was it Nick or Joey? One of them had got hurt the first or second game, and he said, "I'm through. I'm getting ready for it."
I think
that was Nick.
That was Nick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And they about to make him the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, that. So,
Yeah, don't nobody remember that.
yeah, that. Joe, I think both of them said they were done, but I mean, look at them. They studs now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I guess this is a question for everybody, even other people that's on there. If somebody offered you $10 million to skip your national championship game, would you do it?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm playing.
Faye, would you do it?
$10 million set my family straight. Yes.
Yeah. D-Ran.
You know?
Yeah, I think if my family need that money, I probably would skip it, bro.
Anatoly, would you do it?
But I'm playing, bro.
Vet, would you take the $10 million or would you play in the game?
I want to play.
Anatoly, C. Green, what y'all doing?
Corey said he playing in the championship.
I'm saying I'm playing, man.
I'm playing, dog.
Yeah, I could. If that's the case, yeah, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying, you could play and may end up with 20 million. So I mean, it's all on how you look at it, man.
Yeah, but remember, Michigan had a hell of a tight end named Jake Butt that played in the he was one of the best tight ends in the league. Pulled his knee up in the hole. Had to take the insurance. He never was the same.
Man, listen, man. For as many scenarios as we can goddamn give where somebody got hurt, we can give 15, 20, you know what I'm saying, where somebody played and was fine, man. It happens, man.
Absolutely.
That's football, man.
It goes
That's football.
You're right, but we gotta realize we gotta take into consideration where some of these kids and where their families at.
Hey, I didn't took it into consideration. It's up to you. If that's what you want to do, that's what you do.
Nobody for saying, okay, you a first round pick, well, you finna get $15 million, and if you play, you still may not even improve your draft stock. You still,
bro, you ain't even thinking about your teammate, man. You ain't thinking nothing about your teammates when you opt out for that money like that.
I am thinking about my teammates. When I make this trip to Mexico, and I'm gonna tell all them boys it's on me, I'm thinking about my teammates.
And then listen, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say about it. Then we really need to move on because you know it's something to get his thing on. 5 minutes ago we just got through talking about people playing for championships.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, right? That's what we just got through talking about 5 minutes ago, right?
But that was the millionaires, Tony.
Oh man, all right, man. I hear you,
Talking
bro.
about the millionaires, though, weren't we?
I hear you, man.
Let me say this, man, and then you're right. It don't take away from somebody's competitive nature if they looking at family first. You can't knock that. I hear everybody saying, I'm gonna play, I'm ultra competitive. I know you, Tony. I know you're competitive. But I'm not gonna get mad at you if you just say, hey, D-Ran, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for this. My family need it. I got mad respect for you saying that and saying my family, I gotta do this for my family.
That don't mean I ain't that don't mean I ain't put my that don't mean I ain't put my family first because I say I'm a play.
And
because I say I'm a play mean I ain't put my family first.
No, what I'm saying, you saying that you not gonna play because you want to put your family first. How am I gonna hold that against you? I'm not gonna. You're not gonna be a brother.
You can't.
Brother of mine. If you decide that you're gonna want to go get this $20 million and a $5 million signing bonus, being a first round pick.
I mean, I hear you, man.
But this is the difference versus this is the difference from when we came up to now. With them NIL deal, man, and I'm pretty sure that wide receiver got some NIL money from last year. So it ain't like you hurting. And yes, I know let's just say he got $500,000. I know there's a big difference between $500,000 and $10 million. But you telling me you can't live on $500,000 from now until you get to sign your first contract? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying,
y'all know everybody on this chat know that dude probably got a couple of NIL deals.
Correct.
So he got money.
Hear what I'm saying, Mike. Hear what I'm saying, and I hear you. $500,000. I hear you. I get it. But if you saying I got $500,000, and there's a chance that I go blow my knee out and I can't add to that $500,000, and where I'm going to work out for the league, and I'm sure I'm healthy and all this type of all that stuff is going in people's mind. I can't.
The dude from Michigan last year.
They go add to the $500,000 though. No,
the dude from Michigan last year.
You act like if they get hurt, like there's no money, there's nothing. I'm not saying they not leaving money on the table if something happens, man. But and you can't live. I don't believe in living like that. About if this happened, man. Hey, man, live life, dude.
Hey, David, you know this for a fact. The dude from Michigan last year tore his Achilles in a pro day. It wasn't even a bowl game. He tore it in a pro day. So injuries gonna happen regardless. I mean, he did not get hurt in a game. He got hurt at his pro day. So. What is there a difference?
All I'm saying is it don't unless you just a complete prick or just a jerk. If you decide to say I'm gonna go ahead and get myself ready for my family, I don't want to play in the national championship game. I got $1 million and I'm sitting on. I go to get drafted, or I can add to what I'm adding to, as opposed to taking an insurance policy out and drop from a first rounder to a fifth rounder. You can't get mad at that. Sometimes cats just want to do what they feel is right. They want to go and get the money, get the bag, and get the guarantee.
Most first rounders. See, listen, and this is the problem I have with this conversation, bro. And this is what I'm talking about. So you mean to tell me, first off, most first rounders not gonna fall to fifth? That's extreme. All right. If you're a first rounder and something happened to you, I can see you falling in the second, third, probably third would be fair. Fifth, come on, man. That's number one. And number two, this is further reiterating the point that I have personally, dude. If you a fourth and fifth round pick, you still talking about $1 million. You still talking, you're a millionaire, dude. Millionaire. Not pitching pennies. You know what I'm saying? Millionaire, dude.
That's true. But remember, Tony, you talking about somebody that is projected. Now, he projected to be one of the top receivers taken in this draft, according to last year's stats. This dude had hands and everything, according to last year's stats. So all he doing is building and going to work out, probably got a wide receiver coach, probably got everything he need, and saying, look, I need to go ahead and get myself together. We really don't know what's in his head. I really don't. I'm saying that it don't take away from being a competitor. I can't get mad and say, yeah, do your thing. I thought about it. I'd be like, okay, I do want to play. But then I looked at it from another standpoint saying, oh, well, you know what? I see why he don't want to play. And I can't get mad. So it's like it depends on the person. What Shot was saying, it depends on the person, what they doing and how their family stuff is. And they can be studs. Go look at the Bosa brothers.
Or you can have somebody in your family that's sick like Atwater and you need money for medicine. You ain't playing.
I don't know where that came from.
That coffee you did. Yeah.
Just he gotta have something. He gotta have something to say, man. He gotta have something.
Hey, this is a great conversation.
Bro.
All right, this is a great conversation. We could definitely pick this back up on Wednesday to tie it in with NFL. Yeah, the Shot to get your party shot in right quick.
I'll make it quick. I'll do the Cliff Note version. I really just want to give a shout out to my man Kyrie Irving. You know, he did another charitable deed recently by helping a young lady that had a GoFundMe page. He helped pay her tuition. And so I just want to highlight that we always hit the negative stuff. Right now, if you go and you do a search on Kyrie Irving's charitable donations, the first thing they talk about is how the Anti-Defamation League refused his $500,000 donation because of a picture that he posted on social media. So I just want to give a quick rundown on the philanthropist that is Kyrie Irving, that goes along with the great ball handling skills. Donated $333,000 to Feed America. Also donated $1.5 million to help WNBA players who opted out of the 2020 season. Paid off the college tuition for HBCU students at Lincoln University. Bought a house for the family of George Floyd and donated 17 pallets of food and masks to the Standing Rock Sioux tribe of America. Like, if we gonna talk about people, let's talk about the good and the bad. My only issue with Kyrie Irving, aside from his insane handles, is that somehow he still thinks the world is flat. But like somebody once said, if you ever want to know who's in control, pay attention to who they censor. So he put out a post and they tried to censor him. That lets you know the people that's in control. So I just want to let everybody know, for all the bad stuff that happened to him, my salute is to you, Kyrie Irving, for everything that you've done underneath the media spotlight. He's not asking for the spotlight. He's just doing it. That's my Black Thought. Salute.
I'm gonna be brief as well. We all went to HBCU, Fort Valley State University. We love it. Never in my time or anybody's time on this show, unless I'm wrong, have any of y'all been arrested in class and had handcuffs placed on you in class? Yeah, yes, Horatio. You been arrested in class?
I had the police come to the class and told me to come out.
Yeah, I've had that too.
To jail from there.
But Damon know what we talking about. Yeah.
But you weren't putting handcuffs while you were in class, though, correct?
No, I mean, you took me back for a minute. They did come to the class, and Dr. Coleman said, Mr. Horatio, I think they're looking for you. So, but never mind. Go ahead, do your point. I'm just saying. So, what happened?
I thought you didn't talk about that type of stuff on the air, Ratio.
Hey, that's in the record.
I thought you were running for office or something, man.
No, I was adjudicated. I'm just saying, I was innocent. I'm just telling you what happened. I got the paperwork. Y'all can look that up. I was dismissed. Mistaken identity.
I'm just making sure. I thought you were running for the head of the Board of Education down there in Miami or something, man.
I need to know that happened.
I'm just making sure, man. Man said folk came and got him out of class.
Hey, real talk, man.
I need to talk to him. Hey, I believe you. I know you, Ratio, so I believe you.
Yeah, man. That was traumatic.
So this week, I guess Mike had the I don't know, Mike went. Anyway, the other day, female student was having a heated discussion with her professor at Winston-Salem State University, which is in North Carolina, which is where Chris Paul received his bachelor's degree in communication. And the police were called in the classroom and arrested this young black woman. I could get it if you have a disagreement with a student, ask them to leave. But they overstepped the boundary when they called the police. Now, you probably already know what color this teacher was in this class at a HBCU. Anybody want to hazard a guess?
Chinese.
No.
He was of the Caucasian persuasion.
She was.
She
was
the Caucasus Mountains.
There you go.
From the mountains of Caucasus.
Born with a 720 credit score. Go ahead.
As an infant.
In the womb, she was at 630. In the womb, 630 when she was born 750. So this teacher has weaponized the police on campus at a HBCU, where if you're not going to get different types of points of views or vantage points, or different views of optics, an HBCU campus with smaller classrooms, more diverse, a true diversity, a diverse conversation can happen in every classroom. But where we weaponize the police against an African-American female, who are actually, and a lot of studies show that they are the most educated, but the least paid. But you're going to weaponize the police for her disagreeing with your point in the classroom. There's this video going around. You go on Twitter, Instagram, wherever, YouTube, and find the video. I posted in the chat with the video where she was to have a discussion, and a white and black cop came in there, handcuffed her, pulled out. Don't have no more details than that. It's disappointing that police has been weaponized at a HBCU just to pull a student out, a black woman disagreeing with a white teacher point. So what the deal is? And shout out to Messi, you finally won your World Cup.
Man, that game was good today, y'all. Boy, that was good.
Hey, that was my first time watching soccer for more than 20 minutes.
Man, that was
awesome.
Mbappe is a real
deal. Y'all should go to a soccer game.
Well, that's all. We got a lot of that down here. I might go check one out for real. I got a lot of newfound respect for the game.
Hey, the games be lit. I went to Atlanta United game a couple months ago.
Yeah,
the games be lit. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's a beautiful game. They call it the beautiful game of football. That's it for our show, guys. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and YouTube. Right there for Available Podcast. And like I said, we'll be back on Wednesday, but this Sunday we will not be on. That'll be Christmas Day. So we're out. I'll let you have a good one.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
I'll be coming on the show next Sunday doing Christmas carols, guys. Drinking hot chocolate, sitting around the fire.
We gotta talk about barbershop talk next time we come back, D-Ran.
Gotcha, bro.
Man. Yeah, right. You definitely need to plug that, bro.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Y'all boys be good. All right, fellas, y'all be good.
Hey, Ray Show.